These are my trusty Sony XM3 headphones. I've had these for years and I love them because they're comfortable and they sound brilliant, but they are starting to look a little bit tired. These ear pads are going a bit leprous and the leather on the headband has got more cracks than a mooning competition. What I'd really like to do is refurbish these headphones with original Sony parts, but try as I might, I haven't been able to find anywhere to buy those, and I'm guessing that's because Sony would much rather that you don't repair the old headphones and instead go out and buy their latest and greatest new headphones. And who would fall for a dumb trick like that? Amazon to the rescue with some third-party ear pads and a headband. Now, I did find a company in the UK that would refurbish these with these kind of third-party parts for £65, and that included the cost of delivery there and back, which is pretty reasonable, but for just under half the price, I bought these, and I'll have the fun of ruining my headphones myself. Now, in the bag here, we get instructions, which is probably quite important, and all of the tools that you need to do the job. We have our replacement ear pads. That's some fine fake leather there. No animals were harmed in the making of these ear cups. And the foam feels slightly different to the Sony original. I think it's slightly less dense, but we'll see when we actually wear the headphones whether that affects comfort. Now, I've got no issue with replacing the ear cups. I think these will be really easy to do. The headband, probably not so much. Yeah, the headband doesn't look exactly the same. And these plastic end pieces here, you get replacements. And again, they're not the same. The replacement is larger. And I'm fairly confident that taking these original Sony parts off will probably ruin them. But I guess the headband's ruined already, so what's the worst that can happen? Let's give it a go and see how easy it is. Now, I bought this kit with my own money. This isn't a sponsored video, but I will put a link to what I'm using in the description, just in case this endeavor turns out to be successful. So let's start with the instructions and a pair of glasses. Okay, so we got separate instructions for the headband and for the ear cups. And I'm probably going to do the ear cups first because it looks easier. And I'm slightly dismayed to notice I've got to get scissors out to cut the leather off. But we'll come to that in a moment. So remove the old ear pad, and it says you can pry it up with a butter knife or a plastic stick. Well, they've supplied a plastic stick rather than a butter knife, so let's give that a go. This just looks like a standard spudger. So looking at the instructions, you seem to pull the ear cup this way, put the tool in. Oh wow, that was very easy. Little shower of black leather pieces, of course, because they're decaying. Okay, one down, one to go. Okay, let's try putting the new one in. Let's just double check our instructions again. Install the new ear pad. Simply push the hook into the slot until you hear the clicking sound. Follow all the way around the ear pad until you get all hooks done. They do go a particular way, and you can see on the inside of the ear cup that the new pad will only fit in one direction. Okay, a little bit tricky just to locate everything. Seems to work best if you locate the bottom part first and then clip in the rest. So let's see if I can do this one a bit faster. That was incredibly easy. So if all you've got to do is replace the ear cups, you can get the packs with just ear cups in much cheaper than buying the full kit. And that is a really easy job. So let's get on to the headband. This is the tough one. And I think what we have to do first of all is break these original Sony clips off. It says pry open the OEM plastic parts. And he seems to be doing it from the leather side, using the plastic tool. Okay, that was easy, and it hasn't broken the clip actually. And what that does is exposes a couple of little Phillips head screws. Let's take the other side off. Well, that was really easy. I was expecting that to be much more difficult. Right, onto the screws with the included screwdriver. It's probably not that environmentally friendly for them to include the tools in every package they send out, but it is convenient. Okay, that's the clips removed. And the next instruction on the sheet is that we have to cut off the old leather. Okay, trusty Swiss Army knife to the rescue. And it sort of shows them cutting across the top here. Yeah, okay, so you just pull the leather apart. Oh man, this sucks. I mean, it's already ruined, so I don't know why it's affecting me so much, but that's some nicely discoloured foam. Yuck. So that's how the Sony band is constructed. And the next step is I've got to take off the foam on the bottom, which is glued on. I assume I've got to get all of this foam off the headband, and also this piece of material on the top as well has got to come off. So there is a piece of sticky tape that the foam was stuck to, so managed to remove that. A couple of little pieces left. This piece of foam that's on the top of the band here is actually attached to a plastic sheet, which presumably is adding some rigidity to the whole setup. And I wonder whether it will still feel the same with this replacement band. This is brutal, isn't it? Okay, that's most of the goo peeled off. I suppose you could get some isopropyl alcohol on that and get it cleaner, but in the pictures they show some residue, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. What I will say though is there's a wire obviously linking the two earpieces together, and you want to be careful with those scissors, because I think it might be possible to cut that wire if you weren't being careful. Right, let's get on with the new installation. So it says align the new headband with the headphone frame. Because I will say, if you look at the amount of foam that was in the original versus the amount of foam that's in the new one, that is a huge difference. And I wonder if that's going to affect the comfort. I mean, that's one of the main things these headphones have going for them, is how comfortable they are. Right, let's start with this. So we need to get the wire inside this slot that you can see here. I think perhaps easiest if I start from one side and work towards the other. I think that is as in as it's going to go. And then we just snap this top part on. That's the headband in position. Now we've got to do the side pieces. So I have just tried using the original clips with this new headband, but they don't fit because this end piece is slightly different. So we will have to use what's been sent, which is definitely not as nice as the Sony version. But it's not terrible looking, and I don't think most people would notice. Right, the instructions refer to using some double-sided tape, but there isn't any in the kit. You'd have to supply some of your own, I guess. And I think that's just to stick the leather down, but it will no doubt get clamped down as soon as we put these plastic clips in place. So I don't think it's going anywhere. And then we've just got 2 screws to do it up. So there we go, finished headphones. Let's just check the comfort. And oh yeah, that's good. Getting a really good seal around my ears. Just even without the headphones switched on, the noise cancelling is pretty impressive. And headband feels comfortable. Maybe not as comfortable as the original, but there's not much in it. It is a slightly different shape, so I just want to try putting them in the case a second. One of the great things about these headphones is the fact they fold up so neatly into a travel case. And, well, you can see it's not quite the right fit, but it does go in. It does go in, so yeah, that's fine. So overall, what do I think? Pretty good job, actually. Ear cups, 10 out of 10. For the headband, I think I'm going to give that a 6 out of 10. And the reason why is because of these plastic pieces on the side. It's not so much the modified shape or the fact that you can see this ridge line now. I don't mind that. It's these plastic pieces that just don't look as good as the OEM part. And you can see that they're wider here where it joins the leather band, and that means you've then got the sort of slightly sharp edges, which doesn't feel very good. You know, this is a premium set of headphones. You want them to feel premium, and well, they don't anymore. And the other thing is, of course, now that you have these exposed screw holes, which doesn't look quite as finished and OEM as the original parts, obviously. But I don't actually think it would take that much work to adjust this headband slightly so that these original clips would fit. So actually I'm just going to keep hold of the original clips in case I see a headband in the future that reuses those. But overall, I'm very happy with that because it's taken a pair of headphones that were basically unwearable unless you wanted to get covered in bits of leather, and has made them fully usable again for the next 5 to 10 years. And being able to refurbish and reuse our products, well, that's a good thing. I only wish that Sony would sell the parts. And if I've got that wrong, please let me know in the comments where I can buy them from. But I wasn't able to find any. So I think if on the off chance anyone from Sony is watching, which is a bit of a long shot, could you please sell replacement parts for your headphones? We want to be able to keep these things going, and there are a plethora of options available on Amazon, including actually replacement batteries for these as well. So my battery's fine, so maybe in a future video I'll change the battery when it needs doing. But otherwise, I hope this was useful to you in some way. Thanks for watching, and please consider subscribing to the channel and supporting us, just like our amazing members do. Thank you so much. See you again soon for some more geekery.